One of the strangest things to me about the launch day roster for the Dreamcast was not only how many games there were on opening night, but also how many of them sort of tread the same stylistic ground, while being just different enough. For instance, there were 3 fighting games, but at least they're relatively different styles. There were 2 football games, but at least one of them is sober and the other is cartoony. There are 2 games where you fly airplanes, but at least one you shoot missiles and the other you just get yelled at.
Hey, are you out of your mind?
But among the 5 car racing titles at launch, there were 2 open-wheel racing games, and I can't imagine those 2 together did either game any favors. The more high-profile was Monaco Grand Prix, a maniacally exacting Formula 1 sim that had an absolutely bananas-high learning curve that alienated all but the most hardcore F1 fans. The other was CART, Flag to Flag. Not CART, but CART, the governing body tortuously backronymed into Championship Auto Racing Teams, who ran the IndyCar series until 1996, when a schism with the president of Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the crown jewel of open-wheel tracks, spurred by disagreements over branding and money and standings, caused the founding of a new league, the Indy Racing League. Between this split and the growing popularity of NASCAR, CART was kind of a dead league walking by the time this game released, and would go out of business and be absorbed into the IRL a scant 4 years later, in 2003. But it's not 2003, it's 1999, and we are at KB Toys to pick up a Sega Dreamcast on launch day. But oh no, we got there late, and the only game left on the shelf is CART, Flag to Flag. As a contrast to Monaco Grand Prix's exacting demands, Flag to Flag is almost absurdly casual. The game is basically entirely straightforward oval tracks, as opposed to MGP's maddening street courses, and the controls are almost too responsive. You slow down a little in the grass, but overall this has some unnaturally precise swerving. And even on hard difficulty, I found myself destroying the competition within minutes of turning it on. Now, while I enjoy winning races much more than being entirely unable to finish any, this is, in its own way, just as frustrating as Grand Prix's ludicrous difficulty. The presentation here is also disappointingly bare bones. Monaco Grand Prix had an inexplicably bitchin' theme song, one that really got me hyped for an experience that game was not interested in delivering. Flag to Flag has no intro whatsoever, just a simple title screen with one and a menu screen that is dead silent. The character select screen and actual gameplay do have a generic little theme, but it is consistently drowned out by the absolutely deafening engine noise. Dig these sweet sounds. Earplugs are common for trips to the actual racetrack, but I don't think I've ever played a video game that would benefit from such decibel dampening. And sadly, that's pretty much all CART Flag to Flag has to offer. It is exactly what it is, from the moment you start it to the moment you wander away to pick another game. I was looking forward to this game because I have a lot of memories of my dad being a big fan of lots of non-NASCAR racing leagues. And from posters and t-shirts of his favorite driver Little Al, who I got to play as in this game, to occasional trips out to Pikes Peak International Raceway, I was bringing some connections to this that felt unique. So I was sad to find that this was such a rudimentary experience. Now don't get me wrong, I would play this 1,000 times before I popped in Monaco Grand Prix by choice again. just simply because being able to pick up and play a laughably easy racing game is preferable to a game that spends its entire playtime with both middle fingers firmly extended in my face. But honestly, at least MGP would have replay value for its audience. MGP is unequivocally a deeper game, even if that depth feels to me like diving into the pit of syringes from Saw 2. CART, Flag to Flag, is more like a high-dive belly flop into Jell-O. It doesn't taste bad, but you hit that wall quick. If you must have a racing sim among the Dreamcast launch titles, please, by all means, pick up Hydro Thunder, which is gorgeous, forgiving, and still compellingly challenging, and leave these two dweebs to fight among themselves. Next time, you ever been on vacation to Dinosaur Island and roundhouse kicked a spider person and had them give you 6 coins?